adventure you lot have landed in. Now I've sorted my own personal case out and it's cracked and you're cracked. Duck eggs of exactliness. Still doing your rituals, we're in spiritual warfare, whether you like it or not, I don't give a fuck. It's spiritual warfare. Wake up. Dark side. Move over. Cat's back. Now, I'm always where I'm meant to be. That's your first mistake. Why am I here? Because I'm the light. And I'm a light worker. And I'm the boss. And I'm always where I'm meant to be. Put me in the darkest place, Father, I'll get in, I'll do it. So we've done the streets of the sex trafficking, the drug trafficking, the harvesting, covered the churches, covered the government, and now I'm in the NHS. Medical pharmaceutical companies, you're next. So you've got treason on my part because you can't do that to me because I'm an awakened, lightened soul and you're lying. I haven't lost my medical records. You are hiding them, trying to blag and dig your way out of hell. Failed mission. And shall I have a yogurt? I think I've got vanilla today. Just plain old vanilla me. I just like vanilla me. I'm not Neapolitan like you lot. Dipping in all fucking societies and then ripping it and turning it and mixing it and woo, your gene pool's fucked because you're an inbred. Heinz 57. Dog. Bitch. And so now I'm in the NHS in this lovely catering service where there's good and bad people, obviously, like everything in life. But you're not carers, you're supporters, some of you. Supporting yourself. Ethan, you've got a big mouth, big black man outside talking on the phone to Auntie. How's the house? Have we got it sorted in Handsworth? Have we got the shopping? I spent 60 quid, I've done this, but don't worry. We've been on the generator for a week. I don't know why we're on the generator, but it's okay. The power's back on, it's sorted. Is it? In the hospital. A blockage in the sewerage. So they sent the Africans in to sort that. Asians, the doctors and the pharmaceutical companies running around headless chickens because you're going to lose your billion-dollar contracts for your medical pharmaceutical companies. Yes, you are. I've got 2 more cases, Sarge. I'm taking them on personally. I'm taking these 2 on myself. Oh, I am. I love a good underdog, me. I'm the voice of the people. Cream, so nice. So while you're stealing content and trying to just pinch my ideas, I'm actually working for the most high God. Right-hand man. That's me, the bitch. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. You pigs. So what's happening is, while they're trying to get me illegally locked up in here, and I mean, keep me as long as you like, I'll stay as long as you like. I'm always where I'm meant to be, darling. So I've got a case with a young girl who's... I won't go into all her personal details, but we will do that, and I'm taking it on personally. She's been traumatised as a child, sexually abused as a child, like I've never known a case like it in my life. 9 years of age, ripped. And then she's suffered with mental health ever since, and she self-harms, yes. And then they've killed her parents, and she's dealing with grief this year. Self-harm brought her in here. And now the leg that she's self-harmed is now infected. If this girl loses her legs, you're going to lose your life. Oh, I'm going to get you a life sentence. And if you're from America, they do the death penalty there still. Careful who you're playing with. You're playing with the wrong one, because I'm the coach and I'm going to coach you all and teach you all how to do this right. So she's now in a question of, this is the 3rd time she's been to the hospital. The A&E. We're in hospital, but she's been taken to the A&E, accident emergency. She's been told that she's basically a waste of space because it's self-harming, so there's nothing really self-inflicted. But if she was a heroin user or had got stabbed or stabbed somebody, you get taken straight to the front of the queue because you're high priority if you're a heroin user suffering with mental addiction. But if you're self-harming, it's just you're an idiot, and she's been totally degraded, totally humiliated, and treated like a waif and stray off the streets. All of her life. She's been in the system since she was 9-year-old. She's 30-odd. She's my new sister. I'm taking her on personally. Yes, I am. I'm going to be a witness to everything she's gone through. Yes, I will. My word hold authority. Yes, it does. She's come back today and says, don't stress yourself out, because I just made another £1 million last night. What you want about, Cass? I'm telling you, I'm taking it. And she's very slim, because she does have anorexia. Because of her, it's the only thing she can control. Anorexia is a control mechanism. So I said to her, I says, don't worry about it. I said, I'm giving you the new title. I used to say it for me, but it's not. I'm getting bigger. I'm expanding. So I said, I says, you can have the new role and the new name. You're now, you're slim. They're all fucking shady. That's your title, and I'm the 3-pack of the team. What are you going to do about it? Eh? What are you going to do about it? Jogon.com. That's what my sister says. I says, that's fucking great. I'm going to use that on the line. I'll give you the credit for the quote. Jogon.com. Confused.com. You fucking idiots. So, that's her. And, yes, so she does. So she's the new Slim Shady of the team. And you're the minions and the maggots, the M&Ms. So that's a new, but I'm employing her. I'm going to take her on and take her case on, and then she will work and be able to give back to humanity because she's a carer. She's still actually got a good heart, even after everything you lot have done to her and tried to sacrifice her daily. And I know what you've done to her, and I know who you're trying to sacrifice and what you've taken from her. And you stole her child and gave it away, took it away and adopted him, and gave him to 2 gay people. Yes, you did. Oh, yes, we're going to get our son back as well. Yes, we are. I want that on the list. I don't do things and say things lightly. I'm telling you. That's an illegal adoption. That's an illegal, perverted course of justice. Yes, it is. They tried to take my child away from me in the end when I was 18, but they couldn't do it because of who I am, and I stood up for myself, and I'm quite posh, so I was able to get away with it. But she couldn't. They're not as strong as me. I'm strong. I've always been strong, mate. Don't fuck with me because I bite back. Gigabytes and bytes of modes are up of the modems. Lib Dems, Trems Dems, Fems Dems, Lems Dems, feminine. Pissing me off now, I like it when I've got someone else to defend. I'm a defender. It makes my passion go further if I've got something else to get up for now. So, that's one lady. And then we've got the other one. We've got Mama Bear here, who's a very wise lady. Very, you know, you're messing with her. She's a healer. She's a pagan. And you've traumatised her, stolen and killed her. She's very well known, actually. Anyway, today, we've had a few, I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. I don't think there's enough time on my phone and my timeline to post the fucking shit that's going. This is a shit show going on in here. Remember when I was in Washington Court and I told you in February, I said, this place will fucking shut down, it's a goddamn sham. Yeah, what are you talking about, Kat? You're crazy. Now it's lost its funding and it's closing down in October and there's no food allowed to be served there because of the stuff you were putting in the food and the curses you were doing with the black ladies. Yeah, crazy that cat. So we've sorted that Washington Court out, that's closing down, and now the NHS will be closing down. This mental health is a crisis and you need to do something. You've already stopped the funding here, by the way. Yes, they have stopped it in COVID, and now you're all up and under investigation. Yeah, you are. Every single one of you. And since I've come here, I was talking to one of the staff yesterday, and she says, I don't know what the fuck's going on. She says, it's gone crazy in it. Just the past 2 weeks. I went, just the last 2 weeks. She says, yeah, it's gone fucking nuts. So I've been here 12 days. Have you? Yeah. Funny that, isn't it? Things are going a bit crazy now, aren't they? The Ofsted reporter. The investigator, undercover, hidden in plain sight. Just me here doing nothing, having 3 meals a day, enjoying myself while you're assessing me. I'm not under assessment, you are. So then we had the, like I say, this lady who's highly intelligent. I can't even speak, but she's an elder. She's older than me, so she's been through more than me and she knows more than me, but she has no legs. And anyway, little incident today, she's kicking off. Now, this lady has the patience of a saint. She's got more patience than me because she's older and wiser than me. I mean, I don't know everything. Sometimes you need to respect these elders. Sometimes you need to, 9:11 on the clock. Sometimes you should always respect your elders, but you don't have to necessarily agree with them. Sometimes you have narcissistic elders who are actually asshole psycho killers who need to be wiped off the fucking planet, but you can still learn from them. But then when respect is earned, not given, you don't get respect if you don't give it back. So I don't care how old you think I am and if you're elder than me because you know more, because sometimes you're just a narcissistic prick, psycho killer. That being said, this lady is an elder and I do respect her an awful lot. We're tobacco smokers, so we're kind of in the know. And she's a pagan and knows a lot more about paganism than I do, actually. She's very clever. I'm more of a shaman, of a man, bam, wham, bam, thank you, man. I'm an occult master. I didn't even fucking know. I'm an occult master for the light forces because I know every trick in the book because you've done it to me. How do I know? Because I was there. So, she's got no legs. In a wheelchair, suffers terribly, medical conditions are wow, I don't even know how she's doing her life. So, she's kicking off this morning. I'm like, I just come out my room just to go and get a coffee. And I'm like, I don't get involved because it's not, I keep in my own lane. But I'm like, what the fuck's she kicking off? If she's kicking off, something's fucking not right because this woman's got the patience of a saint. She's like me, but better. And I said, okay. We'll go with that. So I says to her, what? Then I said, I bumped into her in the corridor. It's cigarette time, 10 o'clock break. I've come out my room after doing my job this morning. And I'm like, hey, Bab, I says, do you want a coffee? I've made myself one, but I'll go and make you one. Yeah, if you don't mind, Kat, that'll be lovely. She's like me, she'll not ask for anything. She's stubborn. So I volunteered to make her this coffee. This fucking African support worker, supporting herself. Goddamn nasty fucking bitch. Well, you've got a coffee. Who are you making that for? I'm making it for her because I'm going to make her a coffee. Why are you making her a coffee? Because I'm nice like that. And I can see your whole system here is fucked. And I said, I'm doing your job actually because I'm caring and I just care. So I'm going to make her a coffee because I'm nice like that. I'm a tea lady. I always make coffee and tea for people. It's my fucking job. Caring. Who knew that was a thing? So then she lets us, says, the room's locked. Could you open the kitchen for me? Sorry, my light effects, they're dark. So I went in to make the coffee. She's standing over me as if I'm a fucking 5-year-old. Can you hurry up? I says, well, yeah, I'm just making the coffee. Can you just... I says, what is your fucking problem? I'm just saying, can you hurry up? Because you... Oh, I says, you know what it is? I says, you need to take a fucking chill pill. I'm making a coffee. Chill out. So puts the hot water in the coffee. Sugar. Right, come on, out! Who the fuck are you talking to? I said, I haven't even put the fucking milk in yet. I'm putting she likes milk in her coffee. Well, I'm just hurry up. It's ridiculous. What's ridiculous is that you're not doing your fucking goddamn job properly. Then I go out on a break time. Why have you been shouting, if you don't mind me asking? I don't want to get involved. She wants to tell me. She says, well, actually, Kat, I don't believe it. I says, what? And she said, I've got tuna in my teeth. Fishing. I've been fishing all morning. So, I had tuna for my dinner. Jacket, potato. Cold when you're homeless. And I might need an extra jacket. And so I said, so what's happened this morning, Bob? Why did you shout this morning? It's not like you. Well, I mean, I believe what happened. Apparently 11 on the clock. Apparently, the nurse has had a big argument and said to her, she declined her medication last night. She's refused her medication. Has she? She says, I haven't, Kat. She's like, she can't hear in one ear. She's deaf. She says, I never heard them ask me if I wanted my 6 o'clock medication. She says, I'm not going to refuse it anyway. I need it. It's my morphine. She says, I'm in fucking pain and agony. She should have 2 patches on her arm. She's only had 1 since Saturday. They haven't even bothered to put... Sorry, 1 since Thursday. Saturday she was due another morphine patch. They haven't even put it on. So she's undernourished with the morphine anyway. And then they've said she's refused the medication, so she's kicked off. She's like a ninja in a wheelchair. 2 people have had to pull her back. She's only got fucking no legs and 1 arm that works. She's a fucking savage. So I says to her, right, so I said, so they said you refused your medication? Yes. She says, I've reported it to this and I've said this. It's okay, right. And then I've gone out for my next break after being in my domain of godness and working with the Most High. And I says, what's happened? What's the matter with your face? I can see it and I can read her energy. I'm like, what the fuck's happening now? I've only been gone an hour. She says, I'm fuming. I says, what for? She keeps telling me to stop. She says, you need to stop swearing like a sailor. She says, I'm at your point of view now. She says, I want to tell them all to fuck off. I says, this happens when you live with me. We end up saying the F word quite a lot. It's part of Thundercat's team. Fuck off. It's a new word. So I says to her, What have they done? Well, she says, well, now I've asked them, can I possibly have my medication because I'm in agony here because I didn't have it last night and you failed to give me my medication. She says, can I have it now? No. Why? Because they haven't got any in stock. She didn't refuse it last night. They haven't got any. And they've tried to turn it on her to make her crazy because now she's gone off it, got angry. They can now use that against her to say, well, you're mentally ill. You went angry with us. That's one of their tricks. It's what they do. It's what they and them do. Try and make you angry, turn your anger on you and your faith and make you to be the one that she's now the problem, obviously, because she's kicked off this morning. Isn't that terrible? And she's gone to hell and back and has a lot of problem with insurance and family trying to take stuff off her as well. So that's interesting, isn't it? So that'll be another case that we've got going on. They did come in on their merits and say, would I like to go for a walk today? I said, not really, no, I'm just going to have a lie down because I'm tired. What I would like is to go back to my accommodation and pick up a few bits of things. Oh, well, I can't do that, that's not my job. Oh, okay. So I have sorted that and hopefully I'll be able to go home in the next few days to get some stuff. So landlord, here's a heads up, I'm coming back. If you want to put my stuff back where you found it from, bear in mind I know every second of every hair that's in there. And I do have a fly on the wall that's watching you and a spider. So I know you've been in there. Oh, shit. I know what you did in my room. Yeah. Didn't plant anything, did you? You're not a plant of a gale force. No? Oh, good. Wouldn't like a storm brewing up there. So that's really quite good for today, isn't it? This is just all this is God's work. So while you're online creating of pictures, coming up with all these memes and reels, I'm the real one actually doing the groundwork, right on the front lines, and dealing with the humanitarian problem and crisis that we've got going here in God's land. And I got this given today, my friend Jane's been. The Catholic priest did come in, and he was talking to the devil one, and Aramon of the vampire, and he's seen me, and he just went like this. He said, right, anyway, I've got to go now. Okay, see you later, bye. The Catholic priest can't look at me. I would burn his eyes. But I do have Jane, and she's bought me this, a little Holy Bible. I'm not religiously faithful in that sense, but I do love the Word. I do like the Word. It's one of the greatest stories ever told. And, but just like The Lost Boys is a story of godliness, and so is Silence of the Lambs. And so is Labyrinth. They're biblical stories as well. You can have faith and find the story of God everywhere. You don't need to read a Holy Bible. I'm not religious. That's a man-made bullshit. But I am part of the Marvel Us group, which do stories to tell you about biblical things that are going on in society now. So Hannibal, Lecter, Clarice. I like the wine, except I'm a Shiraz. So I like stories and I do like the Word, but what I would like is for the Antichrist of the Catholicism of the Pope, if you could possibly give us back our 13 chapters to this story. It's like Harry Potter. How am I meant to understand Harry Potter if you've taken 3, 4, 5 out? It's a story. This is just a story. Just a story. Jesus wasn't a Christian. Do you know that? Do you know Jesus was killed by his people, the Jews of the Jewel in denial? Stuck in denial at Egypt, because Egypt was a biblical story too, if you want to believe that story, or you could believe the Nordic Thor gods, the planet of Mars, Elons of Musks. Oh God, you stink, man. And it's just a show. They're putting on a show. I do like the assassination attempt of the pretend, oh look, I got shot at. Not really. That was just pretend, wasn't it? Just to look good, because he's the one who's throwing the grenade in and going, it's all right, I'll come and help you. I'll say you're the most racist pig I've ever met in my whole life, lump. But do carry on trying to fool the masses with your tomfoolery. Tom full pulled out a plum. So this is interesting. Shall I see what it says here? I'll just do it again. Let's open a page and say, give me a message from the alien of my father. Let's see what it says. So it says here today, warning against hypocrisy, number 23. I love you, Father. My father is Darth Vader. He's an alien. I was going to do my Star Wars. I haven't got it on. I've watched it. I'm on just do it, like day to day. So it says here, a warning against hypocrisy. Then Jesus said to the crowd and to his disciples, the teachers of the law and the prophecies sit in Moses' seat. So you must be careful to do everything they tell you, but do not what they do. For they do not practice what they preach. Who knew? Just must be the godliness in me. Do you see I'm the godmother? Magic fairy, you're a fragile fucker. They tie up heavy, cumbersome loads and put them on other people's shoulders, but then themselves are not willing to lift a finger to move them. Hypocrites. My pet hates, Father. Yes, I know. Well done, Catherine. That's my father telling me, well done. Apparently I'm doing very well. I'm doing a good job. A God's job, but like Job. Everything they do is done for people to see. They make their... I just can't even say, I'm not saying that. They do things to make the worldwide stage of online webs of weaving, and they do it to put a show on in front of the people of the masses. Come and follow us in the presidential race of PM. And they put on their their glorious garments of long, and making them look lovely with a collar on. They love the place to honour at bandits. It doesn't say that, it says banquets. At the eating of the table. And the most important seat in the synagogues. They love to be greeted with respect in marketplaces and to be called the rabbi by others. But you are not to be called rabbi. I don't think you should be neither, darling. I agree with my brother, whoever wrote this. Whichever man wrote this is a very good word. But you are not to be called rabbi, for you are one teacher, and you are all brothers. And do not call anyone on earth Father, for you have one Father, and he is in heaven. Dun dun dun! For you have one Father, and he is in heaven. Just repeat that again, double shot, holy shot. Nor are you to be called instructors, for you have one instruction, the Messiah. The greatest among you will be your servant. For those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and for those who are humbled themselves will be exalted. 7 woes of the teachers of the law and the parasites. That's what you are. You're a fucking goddamn absolute disgrace to humanity. Just in a nutshell. Woe to you, teachers of the law and the parasites. That's what I'm calling you, parasites. It doesn't say that in the Bible, but if you know the word, you know I'm not saying the right word. But it's new prophecy. I'm rewriting this fucking book because it's pissing me off. So, the hypocrites, you shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You yourselves do not enter, nor will you let those enter who are trying to. Woe to you! Woe is me! Woe to you, teachers of the law and parasites, as hypocrites. You devour wisdom, houses. Oh, and there's my tea coming up with a message from me. She'll be sending me some God shit again. Because we like that, you see. We're just annoying. Not that spiritual shit again, Cat. Yeah, spiritual shit. Isn't it funny, innit? Wokey dokies. Or religious man-made bullshit. So you devour ham, you devour you devour widows' houses, and for a show make lengthy prayers. Therefore you will be punished more severely. Woe to you, teachers of the law of parasites, you hypocrites! You travel over land and sea to win a single convert, and when you have succeeded, you make them twice as much as a child of hell as you are. Woe to you, blind guys! You say, if anyone swears in the temple, it means nothing, but anyone who swears in the gold of the temple is bound by that oath. You blind fools! Which is greater, the gold of the temple that make the gold scared? You also say, if someone swears by the altar, it means nothing, but anyone who swears by the gift of the altar is bound by oath. God says, I swear by that. That's my new swearing. I swear by the holy man-made bullshit Bible that I will rewrite and show you the true prophecy and the true history of there is a greater power above yourself. Whatever you believe that to be is okay as long as you have faith in one only maker, your creator. And I swear by Almighty God, fuck off. Liars, hypocrites, that's my swear. I swear by the Almighty F-U's too. What are you going to do? He's a good, he's a good, he's Ebenezer good, he's a good. I found God on the dance floor, mate. Yeah, I did. On the love dove, raving. Best psychology was learned in the chill out rooms. I've always learned on the field. You blind fools, which is greater, the gold of the temple that makes the gold scared? I'm reading it again, yes, I'm repeating myself. You are repeating yourself, gurgitating your own bullshit. They also say, if anyone swears at the altar, it means nothing. But anyone who swears by the gift on the altar is bound by oath. You blind men. Which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred? Therefore, anyone who swears by the altar and by it, and by everything in it and on it, and anyone who swears by the temple swears by it, and anyone who is swearing in it is bound to it. Jewels of Buels, jewel. And anyone who swears by heaven swears by God's throne and by the one who sits on it. Oh, these men are so exciting. Oh, do you know who this is? This is Matthew 23, page 127. I think it was 1027 when the Vikings, they had the church down at Sheldon. And it's the only one where they didn't get burnt by old Henry the Cockwentz the Eighth. Woe to you, teachers of the law and the parasites, you hypocrites! You give a tenth of your spices, mince, dill and cumin, but that might have gone over your head unless you're intelligent like us. But you have neglected the more important matters of the law, justice, mercy and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter. You should have practiced not lying and thieving and stealing and actually being psychopathic killers. But hey, we won't go into all the details of your finer, minor, major problems. You have practiced the latter. You should have practiced the latter without neglecting the former. You blind guides. You strain out a a giant shit, but swallow the camel. To camel toe? That's what they have in the ladies downstairs if they wear too tight leggings. Oh, she's got a camel toe. You've swallowed the whole goddamn camel. Oh, and there's Tony again telling me some more simple gospel. See, we're all on God's job today. We're on the Job job. I hear you, Tony. I shall reply later. Hello from the hospital. I hope you're having a nice time with the birthday today. It's her husband's birthday today, so she's home celebrating. She's allowed out today. She's been good. She's not a sinner like me. Woe to you, teachers of the law and the parasites and hypocrites, you clean to the outside of the cup of the dish, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence and whapping and dapping and selling themselves for 50 cents a whap and fucking my father's children. Parasites, you're blinded. First clean the inside of your cup and the dish, and then the outside will also be clean. Your hands have got mud on. Your hands are not worthy. You're bloody. Woe to you, teachers of the law of the parasites and the hypocrites. You are like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful from the outside, but inside are full of bones and the dead, and everything unclean. In the same way, on the outside you appear to people as righteous, but on the inside you are fully hypocritical and wickedness. You've been raping and robbing our children, the innocent. And now we've grew up and we've turned into adults, and we can see the panderize that you're doing, the underworld of the... this is not a religious one culture problem. This is not a colour problem. This is a humanitarian crisis you have down here, because all religion, I mean, those bloody goddamn Muslims, Allah, 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 Ramdan, thank you, ma'am. They're all out. So I'm not being racist or religious freak or against anyone. I'm against all of you who lie and are hypocrites to my father's name. All of you are going down for this. All of you, yes, especially India at the minute, who spent £800 million on a fucking goddamn wedding. That's nice. How much did you pay for your guests? I'm just saying. And you say, if we have lived in the days of our ancestors, we would have not taken part with them in shedding the blood of the prophets. So you testified against yourself, and then you are the descendants of those who are murdering the prophets. I mean, you can't make this up today, can you, children? This is story time with the cat, the crazy one, the love dove. Tonight, this is my church. Goddess DJ. Insomnia, can't sleep at night. Go ahead and complete what your ancestors started. Murder. You're snakes. You are blood vipers brooding on them, killing the children. How you escaped being condemned to hell. Therefore, I am sending you prophets and sage and teachers. Sage. Get the sage out, kids. I hate the sage. It stinks. It's working. That's why you don't like it, because it's working. You're a demon. Therefore, I am sending you prophets and sage and teachers. Some of them you are killing and crucifying. Others you will be flogged in your synagogues and purged in the town to town. And so upon you will come all the righteous blood that you have been shedding here on earth, and from the righteous people. Abel. Oh, I just said this outside. I'm Abel. That's why I made her a cup of coffee. Because I'm Abel. I'm not caning her. I'm not Cain. I'm not coming to kill you. I'm Abel, so I'm helping. Because I'm an able-bodied person helping a lady with no legs. Disabled. Because I'm Abel. So, all biblically written, I suppose. But my new way coming forward is better than this bloody way. From the blood of the righteous Abels. From the blood of Zecharia. Go and spell that yourself. It's now raining outside, thank you, Father. I hope Thor comes soon. I'm missing him. Son of the Berekiah. Whom you murdered between the temples and the altar. Truly, I tell you, all this will come upon this generation. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who killed the prophets and stoned them that were sent to you. I mean, I didn't write this. This is obviously done before me. I'm not that smart. After a long time, the master for those servants returned and settled accounts for them. The man who had received 5 bags of gold brought him 5 other. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 bags of gold. See, I have gained 5 more. The master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with 2 bags of gold also came. Master, he said, you returned me with 2 bags of gold. I've gained 2 more. The master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man who had received 1 bag came to the master and said, I know that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid, and I went out and hid your gold in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. The master replies, you wicked lazy servant, you knew that the harvest where I would not sow and would gather where I have not scattered seed. Well, then you should have put the money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I returned you would have received back an investment. So take the bag of gold to him and give him one of the 10 bags. For whatever you are listening, paying attention, 35, 33 on the clock. So take the bag of gold to him and give it to one of him with the, sorry, I'm repeating it. So whoever has and will give more. Oh no, I didn't. I did start at this. Just winding you up to piss you off. So take the bag of gold from him and give it to one of who has 10 bags. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have been, will be taken from them. And throw that worthless servant out into the darkness, where he'll be weeping and gnashing his teeth. Gnasher, the dog. Bingo. 7-7, Foxy. So that's that, really. I could go on to read about the sheep and the goat and the plot against Jesus and the Jesus anointed in Bethlehem, and Judas agrees to betray Jesus. Do you think we should come back to that later? I don't want you to get too upset. You know what they did to Odin, don't you? This is Matthew. Now, I was friends with a guy called Matthew. I met him in Handsworth. And he was a con artist. He was sent from Lincolnshire to come and annoy me from my parents and my brother and stuff from the Mason boys. And I had a little to do with him in the library. He said, I'm coming to the library with you, Kat. Oh, if you must, Matthew. So he came, and then I said, all right, I'm going in here. You're not allowed in there, Kat. It says no. I said, why am I not allowed in there, Matthew? And he says, well, because you're not allowed. It says on the door. I said, sorry, Andrew. I said, sorry. I thought you were my brother there from Lincolnshire. I said, you just reminded me of my brother. You're not allowed to do that, Kat. I said, Matthew, you have no idea who I am. I says, I've been here 6 months longer than you. I says, I have a deal with the library. I'm allowed in the quiet room. Who the fuck are you to tell me what to fucking do? I told you this the other day, and then he died. Heroin overdose. The Bible man from bashing Bibles from Lincolnshire. He died. Came to Birmingham, never escaped, and died of a heroin overdose. But telling me I can't go in the quiet room in the fucking library. I swear by the whole Bible of the band of Babel. These people are babbling, lying sinners. And now I'm under investigation in the NHS pharmaceutical companies. You're fucked. I'm just saying I'm not under assessment, you are. But lovely this is, Jane. Thank you for this. This has been very good. Jane's a lovely lady. And she's doing God's work in this hospital. And all praise and hallelujah, may God be with you too, Jane. She said to me today, Catherine, I'd like to thank you. I says, what for? She says, for bringing the light into the dark places. She says, I see who you are, I know who you are. Okay, thank you very much, Catherine. She's talking to me. Did he say thank you? She said thank you to me, Dad. Wow, I'm being fat. 38 on the clock. Thank you, Catherine. Well, you're welcome, Jane. Thank you for... Can you see me? Can you? You can see me? Oh. Wow, I think I'm doing some God's work. So that's 39 minutes of a lunchtime chat. So I don't want to overwhelm you too much. But Jane was obviously, the other lady, the other thing she bought me was this. She bought me the Hope last week. You remember? I told you. And this was the one when I opened it. I cried last week. So it was just so beautiful. Because I opened the page, and the first page I opened at was I'm the Angel of the North. Main artery for the UK. Duck egg. Duck. You want a duck? Ooh, Charlie boy, you ain't got no power, and you did kill Diana. So that's all I have to say today. Dodies, dodo, magic. She was pregnant, yes. So I'm gonna go cause some trouble, and I've got this off my friend because I'm loved here. I'm getting loved too. You people like me. What the hell am I well of a head said? Hey, I've been thanked today more than once. I got this. Guess what it is? For those who can't see with eyes, can you see right up there? I'll show you close. It is an Irish coffee 3-in-1. It's an Irish coffee for me. Swines. I always get what I want now. I've got myself a nice Irish coffee because I'm a bit muckered out, really. So I've got an Irish coffee. It doesn't have any whiskey in, but it does have flavours of whiskey in. It's an Irish coffee. 3-in-1. That's me. I'm the 3-in-1 Irish coffee. As my hitman Don would say, because I'm an Irish cunt like that. That would be my Uncle Bluetooth, actually. If you go study Celtic history, I have an uncle who was called Bluetooth. And he invented the original Bluetooth online. Bluetooth, you're on my Bluetooth. I've got a bunch of teeth now, like my uncles. I've got a lot of dead people who look after me. So I've got a nice Irish coffee. So I'm going to go and enjoy this Irish coffee. It's the luck of the Irish on me. You ain't me. Fuming. Furies. Fuse. You sold out for money. And honey, you're not meant to run a knuckle-dusting fucking criminal ring in Birmingham. Knuckle-dusting and getting people hooked on the... Irish are a nightmare if you get that. It's like everything. This is what I'm saying. I'm not racist. My own people have tried to kill me. They're furious. Well, I'm the mental health expert. I know. Me. What about me? I'm the one. I'm Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus. You're not. You're all heathens. Greedy, sold out for the love of money. Oh, Balenciaga, what a saga. So I'm not here for the money. I'm doing this all for free because I love my dad, and you hate him as well, really, because you think you are God. That I can't even get a proper burp. I was more like a sick burp, that was it. You're eating your own sick. Your verbal diarrhea. Your shit show. I'm bringing it in modern day philosophy for the children. We've got to make humour for them. So I do have another lady. I've got me and the two T's, who are the T of the T strikes, and we're quite godly. And then I've got my new psychologist who's going to help on the team, bringing psychology to. She'd love to help people with psychology and give something back. Darling, you're top dog. She's now the new Slim. You're all fucking shady. So I'm employing her. Not that I can employ anyone because it's really God's job, but they're well trained, these people. They've been in hell, these people. So yes, you have no job. You're too busy in your collars and your all correct righteousness of read the word and stealing content. So I do have multiple jobs on here. Sorted the online scammers, the paedophile rings, and everything's all getting all sorted. So now I'm just taking on personal cases as I go and gathering my new 12. 43:33 on the clock. We're still in divine timing, bitches. So, would you like to brush your hair? You got nits, gnats, traps, wipes, flaps, laps of a daps of a relapse. I'm the Cornish pie key. There's a difference between a pie key and a gypsy. Gypsy wannabes. So I got this, just to remind you. Kern now. Catherine, extra royal now. Cornwall, Keys. I'm the head gatekeeper. You have no power or right over me. You can't even control it among yourself. Leading everybody to hell in the Antichrist. Been here a long time, the Antichrist. Did you think he was just going to turn up now? Please wake up, darling. Humanity is fucked. So, might have been a good idea to follow me, you see. Because I see what you've been doing. I was very naughty. I can see you. 44 on the clock. 144,000 over to you guys. And I look forward to seeing what the card readers are saying today. I ain't got my cards at the minute, but I'll be getting them back. I might join in the card game again. I don't need them really. I'm just channeling all this through myself and through a storybook. Message of the day. Over and out. Lunchtime chat. We will see you all in court, and you will have more people than you're not going to afford to pay back all this money that you're wow.